Alright, what's up, guys? Anybody who's here now, live, hello and welcome. If you're joining us afterwards, welcome as well, but you might want to skip ahead a little bit. We'll give it a few minutes here. It takes a little while to get them going. So, anyway, welcome. Hey, Paula and Dustin, good to see you. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Eric's here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm sitting here just catching my breath. I've been working on crappy old bikes all day. Not tonight, it's too windy. There's a high wind warning until 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's a terrible day to be outside. So I've been working on bikes inside all day. I just finished up a minute ago. Just finished up on that thing right there. That's a 1988 Trek 7000 mountain bike, almost entirely original, and it was covered in filth. Yeah, and I wasn't able to go live at any point because the phone mount wasn't on the bike right, and I needed both hands to ride because it was a pretty intense ride. So I wasn't able to go live, unfortunately, but did go out with JPL Rides and Vic. Vic, who's a channel member and moderator, you guys know Vic. He came out and rode with us too. It was a pretty cool ride, but it was fun to hang out with JPL Rides. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to catch up on his content, but I'm falling behind. There aren't enough hours in a day. How many bikes do I have right now at the moment? Eric, let me see. Um, 4.5. And I gotta try the Schwinn that JPL Rides rode. You guys haven't seen it. I have to try it. I got it at a pawn shop. It's got something's clicking the bottom bracket or something. I'm gonna take it. I need money. I'm gonna take it to another pawn shop and see if I can get out of it what I've got in it. Yeah, that'll happen. Hold on. No, Dustin, these are the good old, made in USA, aluminum, legit tracks. Um, I don't know. I think it's a pretty good one, but it needs to be restored. But it's complete and original. It has matrix rims on it, the original rims, and they're in perfect condition. But I wouldn't go out and ride the thing. Yeah, hey, Big Boys PV, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you guys, and thanks for being here. Just want to spend a little time with you. I'm falling way behind on everything. I got a lot of catching up to do. Hey, Kevin, what's up, buddy? Oh, no. Carrie's got the flu again. That's a shame. Oh, that's good. Sounds good, Kevin. Anyway, maybe at some point in this live stream, maybe I'll show you my $10 road bike. I got a bike for $10. Actually, I got a bike for less than nothing. I'm going to tell you the story. Are you ready? And I might ride this bike to California. I rather enjoy it. I actually rode this bike in the Eastgate ride over the weekend. And I was smoking dudes on their Eastgate boards. Um, but yeah, anyway. So I got a couple of hybrid bikes a while back that I told you about, and one of them was a Schwinn that I paid $20 for, and I used parts that I had to put it together and took it to a pawn shop, and they would give me $50 cash if I just sold them the bike. I was expecting 40. If I just sold them the bike straight up, I was like, "Hey, I see this other bike over here. What can you do for it?" And she's like, I'll give you 40 cash and the bike. I was like, okay. So I could have had $50 cash if I didn't get the bike, but I got the bike and took $40. So in that regard, the bike cost me $10, but I sold a bike. I got $40 cash for a bike that I had $20 into. So really it cost me less than nothing. But let's call it a $10 bike. And maybe I'll show it to you later in the live stream. But I also might ride it to California. And hey, Amy, what's going on? So, I don't know. I'm working on stuff all day. I'm tired. And I gotta try to sell one of the bikes in the morning. And then I'm still only like halfway to where I need to be. So, it's gonna be interesting the coming days. But I got some big ideas, and we got some good weather in the forecast. And I'm inspired by a $10 bicycle, and I'm going to tell you more about that here in a minute. Yeah, and Amy, I remember talking to him about it before he had his ruckus, when I still had my ruckus, and he said, I'd like to do this, Slow 49. And, and now he's right smack in the middle of it. It's unbelievable. It's awesome, and he's doing it. And he's gotten me really inspired too. I mean, the fact that Slow 49 is out doing his ride, it's like, no, I gotta quit. I gotta quit letting things stand in the way of my ride. So, but I'm glad he's out there doing it big, and I hope everybody's watching him. I gotta catch up myself. Go check out Slow 49 if you haven't already. If you're seeing this stream and you don't follow him, go check it out. He's riding a Honda Ruckus across the country by himself, and that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so I mean, I know he's planning on spending a little time in Texas because that's where he's from. Um, and visiting with friends and stuff along the way. But I wonder how long it takes him to get to Vegas. I mean, he is he's really moving along on that thing. What? Someone reported baby love for what? I don't know what you mean. For a fake account? Like, I still don't understand. Like what does that even mean? Oh, I have to go check that out. I didn't get notified or anything. But reported her for what, though? She has thousands of subscribers and a monetized account. Um, I don't understand. So does it mean she can't live stream or something for a while? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Wow, that's crazy. No monetization, that sucks. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody's doing very well with monetization anyway. Look at mine for the past 28 days. So, and it's the last day of the month. You got to make at least $100 to get a payout. I'm not getting a YouTube paycheck. But losing monetization would be bad, and it's terrible. And why would this happen? And why would she have to appeal? And obviously, she's a real person. I know that for a fact. I've hung out with her personally, um, and she does have a well-established account with a lot of subscribers. It just doesn't make any sense. Who at YouTube would let something like that happen? Is what I want to know. That's kind of a scary thought. I guess, and that's really just terrible. So, I don't know. I hope it all gets straightened out soon. That's that's insane. Go Johnny go. I mean, it's ridiculous what this world is coming to. I'm getting real tired of a lot of things myself. But it really upsets me to hear that about her because she's such a decent, awesome person. And she is very real. And I know she's doing her best all the time. That's all she does. And, it's just mean. It's screwed up. It's terrible. Who's allowing this to occur? Wow. People just harassing her, but why? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, I know her fairly well, and I don't think she ever messes with anybody or would give anyone a reason to be upset with her, or try and lash out in any way. It doesn't make any sense to me. And, I don't know. I don't even know what to say in a situation like this other than I just hope it gets straightened out as quickly as possible and she can get back on track with her channel because I know she puts an awful lot of hard work into her social accounts. I can't imagine, Amy, I can't imagine she would have any enemies. I mean, she is such a nice person. It doesn't make any sense to me. That is true, though. Big Boys PV. It's a shame. It's a real shame. I mean, I wish some people would just get a life, honestly. And, Don't try to hold someone else down. Just try to, build yourself up. It's ridiculous. So I go through Instagram a couple times a day, maybe while I'm just like, well, I have a couple of minutes to waste while I'm waiting for food to cook or waiting for somebody to come pick something up or something, and I do get her posts occasionally. So I'll watch more. I'll go check Instagram maybe later. Um, but yeah, I hope she gets her YouTube account straightened out right away. And they need to make it, I guess, Google needs to make it more difficult for something like this to happen in the first place. Because, I mean, who's to stop somebody from going after any account, really? I don't know. But speaking of unnecessary complications with accounts, um, I got my Uber Eats account going again because the annual background check finally went through after several days. But now it's making me do my driver's license again, so it's likely that I won't be able to do Uber Eats until at least tomorrow night because I just did that again. It says it's going to be 24 to 48 hours. So 24 hours would be about to start a dinner rush tomorrow night. I got to get out there and earn some money, even if I got to do it pedaling on a $10 bicycle. So I understand complications and frustrations unnecessarily with accounts. And nobody reported me or anything on Uber Eats. It's just a stupid, slow process, and everything is taking longer than it should right now. But I don't know. I'm fed up with the whole thing. I would love to just ride a bicycle out into the wilderness and forget all about it. Live off the land, eat lizards, and drink river water. I say it was a $10 bike, but I told the story earlier in the stream. It actually cost me less than nothing, but in one sense, it cost me about $10. So it's a surprisingly good bike, though. Oh, I gotta check notifications. I don't know what it's like for you guys right now, but for me, Amazon sure is trying to sell things hard lately. Have you noticed? I guess I'm not the only one that's like, struggling to sell, or, I'm noticing a slump in sales anyway. Yeah, the Guardian really, you don't have to spend a fortune on a bike to have a good time. I'm finding all kinds of awesome cheap bikes in pawn shops, and I'm having lots of fun on them. And I have, yeah, I mean, everybody's struggling right now. Why spend more money than you have to? Um, but Amazon's hitting me up 8 or 9 times a day. Hey, remember this that you looked at the other day? Don't you want to buy this? It's like, well, sure, I want to buy that, but I don't have the money, so sorry. So I guess I'm not the only one that's not buying stuff because Amazon's really sweating me. I guess they're probably doing it to other Prime members too. I was going to let my Prime membership lapse, but I forgot I had enough money in that account. So, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to spend as little money as possible right now myself. I know a lot of you are in the same boat. Consumer confidence is down, let's say, and when that happens, people spend less money. They're just kind of waiting to see what happens with a lot of, things that may or may not happen. I don't know. Every time I hear about it, it's something different. So, oh wow, I gotta check that out. I must be missing. I don't know if I'm getting Instagram notifications all the time. Like sometimes they pop up, and then I'll log into Instagram or something or pull up my feed, and I got like 36 notifications or something that I didn't, well, wasn't aware of. I don't know. It was in the wetlands. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out. I'll go look through it and see if I can find that, Paula. I know that there are fires out there occasionally. Hey, Shane. Okay, yeah. Wow, that's right in your neck of the woods, too, Shane. So, I guess you would know about it. You probably saw the smoke. Um, I'm gonna have to check that out, though. That's unusual. I know, like, little fires spark up out that way every now and then. You slept through it? Well, I guess you're probably safe where you are. Okay, so it's this morning. Well, it's so windy today. Like when it's real windy like that, it's hard to contain fires too. We're under a high wind warning until 2 o'clock in the morning. But that's crazy. I didn't know. I'll have to check out that thing you sent earlier, Paula. Shane, I was hoping to have seen you on the, yeah, pretty much, Amy. I woke up sneezing. But Shane was hoping to see you on the Saturday ride. It was pretty wild. They was hoping to get more locals representing. This is like a hodgepodge of, various PEV riders from all over the world. But it was a fun ride on Saturday. I'm sorry I couldn't share it with you. My phone mount was malfunctioning, and I was on a bicycle, and everybody else was on electric stuff except for Vic and JPL Rides. A couple of fixie guys that I don't think they even made it all the way through the ride. But Vic was at the front of the pack. Vic was at the front of the pack on a 29-inch BMX bike the whole time. And then JPL Rides is pretty much right behind him, and I was going like from the back to the front and then the back, falling back and just kind of checking it all out and zipping through. It's a pretty wild ride though. It was like a chaos ride, but maybe a little faster and a little shorter. And as we were getting to the end, a guy pulled up next to me. He's like, "Have you been pedaling this whole time?" I was like, "Yep." Got a couple of friends out here doing it too. That's kind of what we're known for. Yeah, no, I hear you, Shane. Friday went long too. Uh, like you left down when we were. I remember when you left, and you were close to home, so I understand. But we went like all around after that. That was maybe the longest chaos ride that I've ever been on. And then I didn't know how I was gonna handle Saturday, but JPL Rides insisted that we went to the buffet at Main Street Station, and I ate tons of food. Hey, Lou, shout out everybody. I gotta shout out Fat Lou right now. Thank you, buddy, for bailing me out last week, helping me close the gap. I got another week like that. But like he saved me last time. Shout out to Fat Lou, guys, and I appreciate you so much. I really couldn't have done it without you. I got a little time still to close the gap this week. I'm gonna try and take the Schwinn bike that I bought that you guys haven't seen yet to the other pawn shop across town, which means I'll have to walk back if I sell it, unless I buy another bike, but I can't because I need the money. So I'll probably live stream on the way back from that if I can make a successful deal, and then there's a guy that might buy a wheel from me for 20 bucks, and then I'm not far off the mark. And I could be doing Uber Eats as early as tomorrow night. If you missed it earlier, it finally went through. The background check went through, but it's making me do my license again, which is going to take 24 to 48 hours. If it takes 24 hours, we could be doing it tomorrow night. So Uber Eats is in the forecast. It's slow going, like doing all their stuff, but it's going to be an option. Yeah, we went through Sunset Park, then like kind of around the airport again, and back over by the strip, like Paradise Road by God, I don't know. It was wild. Thanks again, Lou. I appreciate you so much, buddy. You came to my rescue. A lot of you have done that, and I wish it were never necessary, but I appreciate all of you so much. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? The Friday night ride? Yeah. I know you were there the whole time. Was that not like the longest, craziest chaos ride in a while anyway? Oh, you had to spend your bike money on food. I know how that goes though, Shane. I'm gonna have to spend some of the rent money on food tomorrow, or I'm gonna start starving to death. But I don't know. It was a sick ride though, Mike, for real. I can't wait to do it again. I mean, I was so worn out. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do the Saturday ride. The Saturday ride was a little bit faster paced because it was electric, but it was shorter. So it was like a fast, short chaos ride. But the actual chaos ride was sick. I mean, if you really like to ride, that's probably the ride to do in Las Vegas. Yeah, mine still kind of does. I mean, it was it just seemed like it was never ending. And I would have died. Truth be told, Mike came to my rescue a couple of times, guys, because and Rod too, because we were just burning out. We were way far away, like UNLV area, far side of it, and going uphill, and it's windy out too. And Mike gave us a push. Mike pushed Rod, and Rod pushed me, and we got uphill that way, or I might have died. So thanks again, Mike, for that. Yeah, I heard from him. He's back. I'm looking forward to seeing some of his footage. I didn't get any footage of the Saturday ride, but he did. He got some 360 footage and some other, I guess. So make sure you check out his channel, JPL Rides. I'm going to be in probably at least 100 people's videos from Saturday. So although you don't get to see me live streaming, you could probably see me in the ride. On my YouTube page earlier, there was a video that I was in, someone else's video that I was in from Saturday in my feed. Everybody was filming. Yeah, definitely still worth it. It's like, it's a satisfying kind of, oh, it hurts and I shouldn't have done that, but I'm glad I did anyway. I don't know. I can't wait to do it again. I gotta sell this bike tomorrow. Well, I gotta list it for sale. If anyone wants a 1988 Trek 7000 aluminum frame with internal cable routing. It's a 1988. And the thing's like, it's got the original wheels and they're in excellent condition. It's incredible. Sunset Park was pretty awesome until the cops ran up on us. They're like, hey, you guys gotta get out of here. Yeah, I know. I didn't know we were going to go all the way to Sunset Park, and then there was still tons of ride after that. So I'm not surprised that Shane left at Sunset Park, because you're closer to home, you know? Like, oh no, we never got to do the tacos. Shane, we never went back that way. We went a completely different way back. It was a completely unique, unlike anything else I've ever done on a chaos ride kind of thing. A Honda CB, that's cool. I've ridden plenty of Hondas over the years, my most recent being a Ruckus, actually. That Slow 49, speaking of which, Slow 49 is out on a cross-country trip on his Honda Ruckus right now. Most of you guys are aware of that. But I did the Saturday ride. I did the Friday ride on a Schwinn that you guys haven't seen yet. The JPL Rides rode on Saturday. I did the Saturday ride on a road bike that I got for pretty much nothing. So I'm going to show you soon. And we're going to have some fun on that thing. I might ride that to California, actually. I mean, anybody can take a fancy, nice bike and do a bike tour on it. What happens if you get some $10 pawn shop bike and do it? You know? We might have to find out. I'm still trying to figure out what bike to do the Santa Monica ride on. Could be the one sitting right behind me. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby love. You're here. How are you? Is everything okay? I've heard some things about your account that, I don't know, don't make any sense, and I I don't know, I can't believe any of that would have happened, but I hope you're doing okay, and looks like you have chatting abilities, that's good, but I hope your account gets fully restored and is usable and whatever. I don't know exactly everything that happened. I was gonna go check that out after this, but um, hope it's all good. Do I? I hope it's not. Like, I don't even want to say any names out loud. Is that still a thing? I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know it was still like that. No, I'm not gonna say any names, but I don't know why there would even be any kind of beef anyway. Still, um, like I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But that's not cool. I'm sorry that that happened. And we were saying earlier, that's like like you absolutely don't deserve something like that because you're such a nice person, and all you try to do is bring people together and lift people up. So it really just kind of upsets me when I hear about something like that. Well, I hope it all gets sorted out, and I hope you don't have any more problems with that person. And I think it's ridiculous that they would cause you any problems at all anyway. Uh, well, it's messed up that it just, you know, somebody's just trying to even slow you down anyway at all. That's the part that sucks, and I'm sorry that that happened. And I hope it all gets straightened out as quickly as possible. It was pretty awesome, actually, baby love. We had a lot of fun. I'd like to think he did. It was a pretty intense ride, and there were three of us on bicycles. Vic from the Wednesday and Friday rides, and you see him in the chat sometimes, and JPL rides, and myself. We're all out there pedaling. There are a couple of fixie bike guys out there, like a handful of fixie bike guys in there. Otherwise, it was all like fast electric vehicles, skateboards, scooters, e-bikes. Um, Mostly skateboards is eSkateCon electric skateboards. So I'd say probably like half electric skateboards in the ride, and then just a bunch of other electric stuff, and then some maniacs on bicycles. And we had a lot of fun. I couldn't live stream it because I would have needed both hands, and my phone mount wasn't staying in place on this bike that I'm riding now. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere else. Um, so I wasn't able to live stream any of it, unfortunately. But I think JPL Rides got some good footage. I would encourage everyone to check out his channel for that. And there are at least 100 people that I saw filming um, in the ride, so I'm going to be in tons of people's videos that get posted related to the eSkateCon strip ride. So it was really fun though, but hard to keep up at times being on a cheap bicycle and they're all on fast electric vehicles. It's it's ups and downs for me, baby love. I'm struggling a little bit today. I hope you're doing okay. How are you with your, blood pressure and everything? Excuse me. No, it was Saturday, and I was hoping you guys were going to be out there. It is, Lou. It's. a lot of people like myself that got back into it on personal electric vehicles like e-bikes and stuff. I'm riding bicycles again, and a lot of people I know, like Vic for instance, started coming out to the rides on an e-bike, and now he's got lots of pedal bikes, and he comes out and pedals at the front of the pack every time. Um, so but it is like people really enjoy riding bikes in Las Vegas, myself included. Lou, having a lot of fun. Hey, Irving's here. Yeah, everything will be good in the end, and it sucks that you gotta wait. Uh, but I'm glad you're here. Glad Baby Love's here, and I can't believe what happened with her account. I think that's ridiculous that someone would do something like that. Uh, I don't know. It's that is true, Lou. It's a good way to it's a good way to make new friends and just go out and be a part of something. I don't know. I mean, I was riding solo a little more than a year ago at this time. I would go out on electric scooters and do live streams with you and stuff, and then we just caught up with the ride one day, and now we know half of the people in the ride, and um, do other rides, and just it's a lot of fun. It's good stuff all around. It's been of great benefit to me in my situation, but I hope you guys enjoy getting to come along when you do. And hey, chat, what's going on, buddy? Likewise, Mike. It's, I mean, it's just a great thing to go out and do. It's we're doing something positive. When we go out and ride together, we're doing something positive, and there needs to be more of that in the world right now, I think. And you too, baby love. I hope you had a wonderful day. It's been windy, super windy in Vegas today. I wanted to get out and do a few things today, but there's just no way we're pedaling anywhere on a day like this. Well, I enjoy your music, Mike. You have you play a nice, wide variety of music, and I rather enjoy it, I gotta say. And yeah, too windy today. It's supposed to be better tomorrow, but it's getting cold for a couple of days, or cold for April. It's going to be freaking April, and it's going to get up to like 59 degrees on Wednesday. Yeah, I know. It's April already. How does this happen? Time is flying by. But that reminds me, I got to hustle. I don't know if I'm going to make the Santa Monica ride before it gets too hot, but there are other things that we can still do. I was talking to JPL Rides about this. He wants to be a part of the Santa Monica ride, actually. So if we postponed it until late September or early October or something, he could come along for part of it, and others who have mentioned wanting to come along for some or all of it too. So I don't know. We'll have to see what the weather does. But yeah, it's going to be April tomorrow, and I was hoping to take this ride by about another week or two, really. But I don't think that's going to be possible at this point. But I could do a shorter ride, and I could do it on the bike that I got behind me. That was like $10. Hey, Renee. Hello, hello. So glad you're here. Where did March go, Shane? And yeah, we did. And well, it's who doesn't love to hear one more time, one more time? Honestly, I know I do. Daft Punk. I mean, I've been a DJ since I was 15 years old. Really underground stuff. Started in a skating rink. Was doing raver shit by the time I was 16, 17 years old. Playing 21 and up clubs. And I still DJ once in a while. But Daft Punk, seriously, like in the 90s, they were legit DJs, French DJs, house DJs. And they were doing really underground stuff, like really good raves and stuff in the like 96, 97. There's a mix that I might, I don't know, share sometime. But it's like you wouldn't believe it. Like you hear the music that they make, and it's very good, but they're like serious underground DJs, both of them, too. Um, and they used to really rock it back in the day. But I love One More Time, even when I have to hear it one more time. Yeah, March, it's like it didn't even happen. We're at the last day of March right now. Like, how? I don't know. Hey, Las Vegas E-Rides, what's going on, buddy? I didn't see you on Saturday. I don't know if you guys were in the group or not. Um, but that was a fun one. All right, there's a YouTube video of it, like Daft Punk doing a set in France in like 1997, and it's just, it's sick. Yeah, I was on a black and orange road bike. I was pedaling. I was out there with JPL Rides. He was on a Schwinn. He was on the Schwinn that I rode on Friday, and then Vic from the Wednesday night rides and Friday night rides was out there riding too. Um, there was only a handful of people on actual bicycles, and I was one of them. I was kind of in the middle and the back a lot. JPL Rides was up towards the front, and Vic was up at the front most of the time. I know. Uh, but I was just kind of meandering about taking it all in. I love a group ride myself, as you know, and this was a one of a kind ride. Yeah, he was out there. It was all so dark. Like when we started by the racetrack, when the ride kicked off on Saturday, it was hard to see like other people that I knew what they were riding and wearing and stuff. But and then there were a lot of people in that ride actually. It was a pretty big one. I've noticed, and I was commenting, I saw myself in someone else's video already, a 360 cam video that showed up on my YouTube feed. I was like, oh, I'll click on that, and I zipped through it a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in that video like 8 or 9 times. There's a lot of people out filming on that one. Yeah, it was a really cool ride. Yeah, the Wednesday ride was huge. That's one of that's in the top three, I would say. Maybe that's maybe not the biggest Wednesday ride I've ever been in. It's in the top three for sure. There were tons of people out on Wednesday. They love to come out for the good weather, I guess. It's growing though. I mean, the culture in Las Vegas is growing. PEVs and bicycles. You just see more people out riding stuff, whatever it is. Even skateboards, roller skates. you get so many different things in the Wednesday ride, especially, like whatever you can roll down the street on, and people do, and it just gets bigger. Yeah, there were quite a few EUCs. An EUC guy crashed into me on the Saturday ride. I thought he broke my bike at first. He apologized. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." He's like, he's kind of goofing off too, but they look cool. I just like, and people. It seems like people are riding them okay. Um, but like not getting hurt too badly usually. But I could just see getting really hurt on one of those. They look like fun though. I'd really kind of love to try one at least. Yeah. No, I mean, like, really to get a grasp on the magnitude of the Wednesday ride lately, you just have to come out and do it. Yeah, I imagine it's a bit of a curve on an EUC, but I mean, there were some people getting wild on them on Saturday for sure. That's probably the most EUCs I've ever seen in a ride at one time before. But a lot of cool electric stuff now. I saw some e-bikes in that ride that looked like regular bikes, like BMX bikes, but they were electric. And I was like, at first I was like, oh, cool, somebody's riding a BMX. Someone else is riding a BMX. That's cool. I was like, oh, no, wait, that thing's electric. It's got a mid-drive motor. What the hell? Oh, really? I didn't know that. How did that happen? Yeah, the RC car. That was awesome. Yeah, you see RC cars in the Wednesday ride. That might have been a one-time thing. That was an Eastgate Con person that was here. Oh no, I gotta check that out. The other me. I hope he's all right. I'm trying to I'm trying to picture who you're talking about, Mike. I don't know. There's so many people out there on Wednesday, I can barely remember any of it. There are 100 people I knew in that ride, and I barely even recognized some of them when they were right next to me. There were just so many out there, and kept losing everybody. Oh, potholes. They're digging up. They're making all these holes. I almost fell in a hole on the Saturday ride. Like core sample holes all over roads, all over uh, town or something, or they're like just drilling holes and like checking lines or something. I don't know. But I've been almost falling in holes a lot lately. Oh yeah, the roller skating cat outfit girl. Yes. No, she was cool. I mean, she was doing her thing, all dressed up, roller skating in a group of 1,000 plus people, and that was really cool. I remember her now. I don't remember having seen her in a ride before. Hey, I mean, everybody's out there doing their own thing. Okay, Paula. I think I just got that message from you, Paula. I'll check it out. Yeah, being careful is the key. A lot of people use enhancing substances on the rides, which is okay to some degree if you can maintain. You know, if you can stay straight and be safe, keep. I don't know. I don't encourage doing anything that might make it more difficult for you to ride safely. Um, but a lot of people do a lot of things in some of these rides. Oh, oh, wow. Finished in 41 days. Wow. I'll check it out. But that sucks that he crashed. And there's too many things to, that's how Mike, my downstairs neighbor, hit a hole in the road and broke his arm on my scooter. Remember that, Paula? No more cones? Well, yeah, that'd be great. But they're always working on something somewhere. Mike. I mean, Las Vegas is just known for just tearing things up just for the sake of tearing things up. It seems like. But yeah, my downstairs neighbor on a Wednesday night ride was riding my scooter, the Ed and Judy scooter actually, um, and hit it in a construction zone, hit a hole in the road, fell and broke his arm. Oh, Lou, yeah, going over the top of the scooter cannot be good. I've been very, very fortunate. A friend of mine here in town was riding his Highboy S2 Max scooter. No, he was riding his Highboy S2 Pros before he got his Highboy S2 Max. And he hit one of those chain things that blocking off a driveway that you couldn't see. They didn't have anything hanging on it. It's like a cable blocking a driveway, and it was dark and he couldn't see it. And he rode his scooter into that, flipped over the handlebars, woke up in the hospital a few days later with a broken neck. It's a dangerous world out there. Not saying you shouldn't go out and live anyway, but it's you know, you got to be mindful. It's a hard thing to do all the time, but you got to just kind of have eyes all around because there's holes in the road, there's things that jump out at you, there's a lot of scary things out there, and you really have to be careful. Ah, helmet. There you go. Saved by the helmet. Nothing wrong with that. Well, the scooter got stopped by that cable thing, and he flipped over the handlebars and like broke his neck on his way down, I guess, and woke up in the in the hospital with a broken neck. But you know, like one of the cables or chains that goes across a driveway between two poles, and they're supposed to hang something on it so you know that it's there, so you don't, you know, trip over it or ride something into it. They didn't have anything like that on there, so he couldn't see it, and he hit it, and you know, thank God somebody saw what happened, or he might have died there. Somebody saw it and, you know, called an ambulance and stuff, but that's dangerous. That's a real hazard, and people need to not do that. I mean, if you're going to put your cable or your chain across whatever, you need to hang something on it so people can see it. He's doing okay now. I mean, he's going to be a little bit screwed up for the rest of his life, but he still rides scooters. He still gets around. He does Uber Eats and stuff. That guy, remember the guy in the Suburban or whatever, the black Suburban that almost hit everybody twice? He made a U-turn and came back around, Mike, and like drove at some of us a second time. Yeah, the black Suburban. I don't know what the hell that guy's problem was. He made a U-turn and came back around and tried to hit people. Yeah, that's, you know, there's of course that possibility of dying. Yeah, people are psycho. That's the thing, though, you know? I mean, there's a million things out there that could kill you at any given time, but for some reason they don't most of the time, you know? Yeah, pretty much. I wasn't rolling or anything. I hope somebody got it on camera, but that guy was seriously like swerving at people and yelling and, you know, making gestures and stuff. Yeah, I believe it. I've already been almost 100 miles on this one, not at any given time, not at one particular time, but yeah, I don't know. I'm figuring the ride that I was gonna take, the garden is it's 327 miles. I figure it's gonna take me about 8 days. Um, and I might do it on a $10 bike. I'm gonna upgrade it some. I'm not gonna leave all the stock components on it, but uh, I think it would do it. I think it'd be fine. It was kind of scary though, Mike, wasn't it? I mean, seeing that guy in the Suburban like swerving at people. Hey, JPL Rides, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm dying anyway, Garden. And I don't really own anything, so it's all good. Glad you made it back, JPL Rides. And I was just telling the chat earlier that when I do the Santa Monica ride, uh, you had mentioned an interest in coming along for some of it. So we have to try and figure that. I might do it on the bike that I was riding on Saturday, honestly, JP. Let's see here. I got another Amazon notification like, here, why don't you buy this? It's like, well, I would, but then I couldn't eat or pay rent or any of that. Not that I'm gonna necessarily be able to do that anyway, but it's gonna be a lot harder if I buy some crap on Amazon. I can't wait to see JPL rides. I can't wait to see some of the footage you got from this ride. Yeah, I was thinking that too, JPL rides. It's basically like out from the factory, it was basically like a gravel bike. You know, they called it a road bike, but it's kind of more like a gravel bike, really. It's got 700 by 32 tires on it right now with tread on them. So I was kind of thinking of maybe just kind of graveling it up a little bit more, putting some slightly better components. I want to put new wheels and rear cassette and derailleur and probably shifter too. And then I think that thing's ready to roll. All right, now I know you got to work. Good night, Mike. Take care, buddy. I'll see you on Wednesday, if not sooner. So, but yeah, it's a pretty decent bike. You guys want to see the bike? Hold on a second. I'm gonna set you down and I'll show you the bike. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the front derailleur, and I don't know what that clicking sound is. I'm gonna take that bike to a different pawn shop tomorrow and try to sell it for what I got in it, because I got to raise some rent money in a hurry. Um, but otherwise, I think that's a pretty good bike. Like the rear gears shifted pretty well on the Schwinn, and it's like a nice new bike with just a couple little things wrong with it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get the other bike. Hold on a second. Sort of. If I can get it unstuck from the other bike. There we go. Okay, hold on. Ooh. I just crashed into another bike. I really like this thing though. And it's a cheap bike that most people hate. I mean, people really hated these things, and I didn't know. This is the first one I've ever had, and I got it, and I love it. It's such a great bike, actually. It's the fabulous 2014 GMC Denali road bike. This bike sold brand new at Walmart for $159. I've got about $10 into this one. And it's awesome. This bike is so much better than I would have thought. And my last road bike, mind you, my last road bike was a Scott Speedster with $800 worth of upgraded crap on it. And my road bike before that was a 2003 Le Mans Zurich Pro Team model, the best of the best. And I'm out here on this $159 Walmart bike, loving every second of it. People hate these things and say it's the stupidest, shittiest bike that ever was, and I disagree very, very much. It did. I was smoking some of those e-vehicles in that ride. I was kind of thinking that too. Uh, it is, there's the clickbait factor with the $10 bike. Okay, yeah, for sure, Mike. I absolutely will, and I would love to have you along. Um, However you can see doing it. Rod's gonna follow. Rod has promised to follow in a recreational vehicle when this ride occurs, but we'll talk much more about it, Mike. And JPL Rides might be in there with us too. If we can make it all work. I want to do this, like, I would love to turn this into like an annual thing. Oh, wow. Well, that could certainly come in handy, Mike. Yeah, they have varying grades of them, I guess. Most of them were sold at Walmart. They hit the market at Walmart in like 2003, I think, is when this bike is made by Kent, the Kent Bicycle Company. I'm sure you've heard of them. And it's branded under license from General Motors using the GMC brand and the Denali. Um, Uh, but like this bike is a 2014. It's sold at Walmart originally for $159. But these things, they started selling them in 2003 or 2004 at Walmart for $144 is what this bike originally sold for when they came out with them. All right, good night, Mike. I'll see you on Wednesday. That's the thing. Well, if we had a group of people going, for instance, and this became an annual thing, we could set it up to where, like, a couple of U-Haul trucks are bringing, bikes and whatever back, and, like shuttle vans or uh, whatever. I mean, there are ways to work it out. But for me, if I had gone solo and done the Santa Monica ride, uh, I would have probably flown back and like mailed my bike and stuff back, or taken a bus back. And the Greyhound or the Flix bus, I think you can take your bike. Um, so yeah, I wasn't gonna ride back because it's uphill a lot. There's too much uphill on the way back. There's still a lot of uphill on the way there, but there's way too much on the way back. Yeah, that's it, Lou. I mean, this bike, seriously, the lock that I use on this bike when I'm locking it up outside of the grocery store or something is costs more than the bike. So, like, that's a nice thing. Nobody really gives this thing a second look. It's an old Walmart bike. But it's still perfectly good and it rides very well. I mean, so much better than I would have thought. It's a 57 centimeter frame. They have a couple different sizes of these. This is the larger one, so it kind of fits me. Yeah. So, but I love having bikes like this that are good. Like, they're good to ride, but like nobody takes a second look at them. Um, when I had the Le Mans Zurich or something, do you think I'm ever going to leave that thing locked up outside of the grocery store? Hell no. I was scared to ride that bike at all. But this thing, launch it off of curbs, whatever. Who cares? It's like the back rim was a little bit bent anyway. That's why I say I need to get new wheels for this thing if I'm going to take it to California. But you can get a really good Like I'd get wheels like I had on the Le Mans Zurich on eBay, a used set for like $100. Like Rolf Vectors or Bontrager race lights, really lightweight, high-end race bike wheels that'll just roll smoothly forever. Yeah, no, JPL, that's good. We have much to discuss. Um, every time I mention doing this California ride, somebody else is like, "Oh, that sounds cool. Tell me about it," or might like to, be a part of that. And it's like I'd love to get a group going, make this an annual thing. I don't know how many years I'm gonna get to do it, but at least one or two would be nice. Okay, yeah, San Bernardino. I think the bike path goes through there or close to it. If you go the bikeway from Vegas to Santa Monica. No, that's cool. Hey, let's get like for the last leg, let's see how many people we can get together. Let's see how many people we can get leaving from Vegas, how many we can pick up along the way, and how many we end up with at the Santa Monica Pier. Hey, what's up, Milkman's kid? I was busting wheelies on the Schwinn hybrid bike on Friday. I took that on the Chaos ride, the bike that JPL Rides rode on Saturday. I did the Chaos ride with on Friday. I was busting some wheelies on that thing. But good to see you, buddy. Las Vegas to Santa Monica by bike. JPL Rides to do it on a bicycle from where I sit right now to the Santa Monica Pier is 327 miles. Huh. That'd be awesome if you can wheelie that thing though. And the one I'm thinking about doing on this bike in the short term, the Milkman's Kid, from where I'm sitting right now to the California state line by bicycle in Prim, California, Nevada, the state line is 42 miles. I can do that in a day. What I'm thinking about doing, if I have to postpone the Santa Monica ride until fall and we get everybody else involved, like Mike and JPL Rides and Rod and whoever else wants to come along and we make it an annual thing, I still want to be able to do something in the meantime, something to tide me over, something to, you know, something along the lines of what I promised you guys. But what I could do maybe is take this thing, ride it to Prim, and do an overnighter, and then hopefully catch a ride back because it's mostly uphill. But I could ride it back, I guess. But if anyone wants to, let's see. Yeah, Las Vegas E-Rides. If you guys wanted to come along, if you have 41 miles of range, if you can do bike riding speeds for 41 miles from downtown to Prim, you guys should come and do the Prim ride with me. I'm gonna try and get some people together for that. We could probably get a group rate, do an overnight in a hotel. Everybody can recharge their e-stuff if they want to. Um, like it won't be necessary on this thing, but we can recharge. We'll get there, in the afternoon or something, get to spend some time, do the stuff that there is to do in Prim, have things to eat, rest, recover, recharge our vehicles and cameras and everything else, and then, make it back the next day. Maybe we can, depending on who goes, maybe we can catch a ride back, like at a U-Haul van or something, or ride back. I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, I think my Highboy S2 Max might have even made it from downtown to Prim if I was doing bicycle riding speeds. There's a lot of downhill between here and Prim. So I know that helps, but maybe we could rent, depending on who goes, we could probably get a group rate on an overnight, and was it Buffalo Bills is the only hotel that's open still. Um, there's a good handful probably in the chat right now. I know Las Vegas E-Rides does. Uh, yeah. Okay, let's talk on Wednesday. If I see you, let's talk about this some. I don't know dates for sure yet myself. I want to try and do it before it gets too hot, of course, but not when it's still too cold or windy. So it's going to take some careful planning, I think. All right, well, I'll be looking forward to seeing you. Yeah. Downhill is good, yeah. I'm all about the downhill, but coming back might be difficult. I'm not opposed to pedaling back from Prim, um, but it might be nicer to catch a ride. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to talk to some of my people. I'm going to talk to Rod and Chris too, because Rod was talking about renting an RV and coming behind. Mike has an RV. Um, Chris has a minivan. It's just like, I think there's a way we can probably work this out, but we're gonna have to put some heads together and see what we can come up with. Yeah, it can get a little windy going through there. It can get real windy going from Las Vegas to California in general, but um, we'll be on Las Vegas Boulevard most of the time. A support vehicle would certainly help a lot. I mean, it's a short enough ride, really. There's a lot of nothing between Las Vegas and Prim, a lot of wide open spaces, so it seems like a while, but it's really not that far. But I wanted to do the Santa Monica ride at the time I'm thinking about doing the Prim ride, but like finances might only allow, circumstances and finances might only allow for the Prim ride at this point in time. The Santa Monica ride is going to cost a couple $1,000s any way you slice it. But I don't know. I mean, right now, I just got to get past this week. I could think I can catch up if I can do a little Uber Eats, sell a couple of bikes, do a little better on eBay. I think I can catch up. I should be able to use Uber Eats again by tomorrow night. So yeah, exactly. Got to risk it for the biscuit. Um, and I want to do it on this, a bike that I'm into for about $10. A bike that originally sold at Walmart for $159. I want to do LA to San Diego too, or San Diego to LA. I was thinking actually doing it the opposite way. I was thinking of starting in San Diego on a different ride, perhaps JPL rides, and going up the coast. I'm gonna do everything I can to film all the wild rides that I take. I'm sorry I had to miss Saturday, guys. I just like see this phone mount. It's like it's not working, and I couldn't get it worked out to where I could live stream and go on the Saturday ride because it was a pretty crazy ride. So yeah, I thought about starting in San Diego and just going as far north up the coast as I felt like going if and when I could ever put the finances and the energy together. Hell, I'd do that on this thing. I really love this bike. I can't believe how much I love this cheap bike that everybody hates. It's so much better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, the struggle is certainly real, Picker. Um, I feel like I'm making a little progress every day, but then, the weight of the world isn't getting any lighter, is it? I don't know. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? I've thought, like one of my bucket list rides, if the stars ever align, JPL rides, was going border to border, going southern border to northern border along the coast. But that's going to take time and money, and I don't have enough of either of those things right now, but I think that would be awesome. So we got lots of Wednesday night riders in the chat tonight. Irving and Mike. Good to see both of you guys here tonight and everybody that's here tonight. Thank you for being here and spending a little time hanging out with me while I'm all excited. I cleaned this thing up yesterday and today. Kind of got it working a little better. I took all the stickers off of it. They were like half peeled off anyway. So it's still not a great looking bike, but it looks better anyway, and that makes me happy. Oh, wow. That's kind of pricey. Oh, shoot. Mike's coming back. Can't wait to see you again, buddy, if you're available, of course. I can't wait to do, I can't wait to do the next bike ride. I've been stuck inside all day because it's been so windy around here. I want to get out. Whew. I'm getting sleepy. It's not even late yet. I gotta try and sell the Schwinn to a different pawn shop tomorrow. I gotta raise some rent money in a hurry. I gotta take pictures of this thing tomorrow. I gotta take it to the llama lot to track the 1988 Trek 7000 aluminum mountain bike. I need to take that to the llama lot and take pictures so I can list it for sale, and hopefully it sells in a hurry because, well, it'd be not very good otherwise. So I got a busy morning ahead. I should probably start thinking about that. I'll probably take the bike to the llama lot first, take some pictures, get that thing listed for sale. I got another wheel I can sell. I got a couple of clip-in pedals or clipless pedals that I can sell. I got to put a bunch of things on Marketplace tomorrow, but I got to get rid of some of these bikes right away. I'm going to keep this one for a while. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say forever. Forever's a long time, but I like this bike. I'm going to keep it for a while, and we're going to have some fun on it. Oh, a research paper? Wow. Well, good luck with that. That's an interesting thing to be doing on a Monday night. So I'll probably go live at some time tomorrow morning because if I don't sell the Schwinn bike to the pawn shop tomorrow, I need to take it to the llama lot, take some pictures, and get that thing listed for sale right away. I don't know. I need to make a whole lot of money in the next couple of days, and that seems like sort of a lofty goal, but you never know. So, oh man. Do I have anything left to eat? I gotta go get a couple things at the store tomorrow. That always sucks. I need to quit spending money and just make more money. Anyway, I don't know. I guess, yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half. I suppose that's enough for tonight, but there could be a random live stream or two tomorrow, guys. So make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you're keeping up with Slow 49 on his journey across America on a Honda Ruckus. God bless him. What an awesome dude. Our friend Brandon is out there doing it big on a little scooter. So be sure and check him out. And JPL Rides, who was here over the weekend, has probably got some good footage to share with us soon, I hope, from this past weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So, true, Milkman's kid, that is true. But it sure has been great hanging out with you, as always. I love you guys, and I hope you're doing great. I hope you have a wonderful week. Come see me tomorrow if you're available. I might be walking back from a pawn shop across town that I sold a bike to. We'll see. They got one of these, too. They got a GMC Denali in there. I might have to put $5 on just to hold it. And be like, I'll be back for this in a while. Don't sell it to anybody. Wouldn't hurt to have a spare if I'm going to take some big rides, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Will I live stream the ride to Cali? I will live stream some of it, yes. Absolutely. Not all of it. I'm going to try and film most of it, but I will live stream some of it. So, anyway. Yeah, well, let's talk more. Everybody, let's figure out what we're going to do about upcoming rides and, hatch some sort of a plan. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See what develops. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for being here. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon.